Why want Mojang add shaders to vanilla? They exist in Optifine. Or why can't Mojang implement movable containers? Carpet Mod did it. Yes, it did. And it made it even worse. Here's the thing. Every piece of original work is copyrighted. Games are copyrighted. Mods are copyrighted. Music, and even this very video. If game developers would just put pieces of code from mods into their game or an art posted by someone on Twitter, they could face legal consequences. Actually, it depends. If you have made something, you can license others to use your work on your terms. There are dozens of common licenses, but you're free to make your own. Well, not quite. For example, if you're making custom content for StarCraft 2, for example, all your work belongs to Blizzard. You don't even have the rights to the authorship. With Minecraft or games by Valve, however, you own whatever you have made. But here is a problem. Optifine is a closed source mod, and Carpet Mod is published under open source LGPL, which doesn't stack well with commercial products. You see, if you distribute a project that uses code license under GPL, your entire project has to be licensed under GPL, thus becoming open source, which renders its commercial distribution effectively impossible. And GPL gives everyone permission to use the covered software for free. And while Carpet Mod is licensed under LGPL, which allows some ways to incorporate that code into a commercial product, it is kinda blurry, and features from Carpet Mod just don't worth the risk of a potential lawsuit. If you want to allow your code to be used in commercial products, you need to license it under MIT license. It is open source with no strings attached. Oh, I know the solution then. Carpet Mod should just change its license to MIT. Well, not so fast. To change the license from LGPL, you need to obtain permission from every single contributor. And since Fabric Carpet is based on Carpet from previous versions, all of which have dozens of contributors, well, that's not going to happen. Recently, the Optifine account on Twitter has posted an interesting chain of tweets explaining how legal issues prevent Optifine from being open source. Also, did you know that Mojang were trying to buy Optifine but parties didn't come to an agreement? Then a person who made movable containers should release them in a standalone mod under MIT license, right? That may or may not work. Let's say he did, and let's take it from Mojang's perspective. There is a piece of code under MIT license, but you have no idea if that code was actually made by that person from scratch for this project, or if it was copied from somewhere else, and if it was copied, then this person may or may not have permission to do so. If you watched Mambo Jumbo for a while, you might remember that he had a DMCA strike on hundreds of his videos because of his intro music. He had a written permission from his author to use that music, but apparently that author took somebody else's tunes to make his music without permission. This is not a situation anyone would like to be in, and that's why Mojang probably will never add any mods into their game. Because of this, I am afraid that when someone makes a very detailed showcase of a desired feature, like this tweet with an easel, there is a chance that they make everyone a disservice because now Mojang will try to avoid using this particular interface if easel is to be added. And it's not just Mojang being unreasonably overcautious. In fact, Mojang acquired community projects in the past, and one of them blew up in their face. Bukkit, a Minecraft server platform used by almost any public or semi-public server in the world. When the old Bukkit team decided to shut it down, Mojang revealed that they had secretly bought Bukkit a while ago and took matters into their own hands. One of the old Bukkit developers was very upset about basically working for Mojang for free, and because of Bukkit's license, he owned the code he contributed to the project. He filed a DMCA takedown, and he was in his rights to do so. And because his contribution was enormous, there is no way they could remove his code from the project. However, they have found a legal loophole that would allow them to distribute packets of Spigot to this very day. But surprise, haven't they introduced modded features in the past, like pistons and horses? Yeah, but copyright issues aren't really about features, it is about specific code or specific assets. And in case of horses, the sole author of that mod was involved in the process of bringing horses to the game. Also, that was Mojang from years and years ago, before it was acquired by Microsoft. So, Mojang has three options when it comes to features from mods and community content in general. Make a certain feature themselves. Acquire a community piece if it is 100% safe to acquire. Or outsource it to someone. With the latter, the outsourcer is liable for copyright violations. We even have a case of developers actually outsourcing a feature first seen within a mod. Shaders. Well, sorta. It is for Windows 10 Edition. While Microsoft/Mojang reworked the render engine itself, RTX shaders were made by NVIDIA. Why was it made for Windows 10 Edition, though, which has less users than either Java, console, or mobile edition? First, Java Edition is powered by OpenGL, and it seems like OpenGL doesn't have the RTX support because Vulkan is supposed to take its place. Second, the marketplace. Let's be honest, the main reason why Windows 10 Edition exists, and was given away for Java Edition owners a couple of times, is the marketplace. But this is an entirely different topic. Here is my call to action. If you make a mod for any game, publish it under the MIT license or any other license that wouldn't prohibit its commercial use. Even if nobody actually expects Mojang or any other developer to actually take your mod as it is and put it into their game, it is kinda odd when you're like, hey, I have made a thing that makes my favorite game better. Wouldn't it be nice to have it within the game itself? Forget it. I'll publish it under a license that will prevent such a thing from happening. It has to stay as a third-party mod simply because I have chosen the wrong license, and when I will inevitably abandon the project, good luck finding anyone who will pick it up. That's exactly what happened with the replay mod, by the way. Bye bye.